Okay, good team win today. I thought we played well in all three phases. It was started out a little rough. We fumbled early in the ball game, but we were able to hold them to three. There was a lot of ebbs and flows throughout the course of the ball game. Just proud of my team and the way they fought, the way they competed today, and it's good to see.
Mike, you said early in the week that you didn't think anyone was saying you could win this game, so to go out and win it, how satisfying is that?
Yeah, it's good. It's always nice to keep playing. And, I have a ton of respect for the New Orleans Saints, for Drew Brees, for all the players they have, for Sean Payton. He does an unbelievable job here. We're just fortunate to win today. But it feels good, when to be doubted and to be able to come up with a win.
That last play to Thielen, what was the thinking on that play call, taking a shot at that point in the game?
Yeah, well, we talked about, we didn't want to leave anything in the bag. We had a chance to go down and score and win, and that's what we were trying to do. So, it's a play that we've used before. It's a great throw by Kirk and a great catch by Adam. So, you got to take your shots when you're trying to win a playoff game.
Where the Lattimore was not in the game at that point. I know 21 was the guy covering Thielen.
I don't remember. No, they might have said something upstairs, and I either didn't hear him or I was talking to somebody else or the defense or something.
Mike, what went into the decision to play Everson and Daniil inside on passing downs? Seemed to work well.
Yeah, it's just a scheme thing we thought we might try this week.
What do you think of the way they did perform with the strip sack, obviously, by Daniil, a couple sacks by Everson?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's always nice when you do something and it works. Doesn't always work, but, you got to try.
First game you had.
Excuse me?
Offensively, I think this is the first game you guys had everybody healthy in quite a while. I mean, is that exactly how it's supposed to look like at the moment?
Yeah, it was good. I thought Dalvin ran the ball very hard today. The offensive line, I thought they did a nice job protecting. They got some really great players on the defensive line. The way he runs the football with the acceleration to get through the seams and the cracks, and then the physicality that he runs with, he made some great runs today.
How much that Kirk got the game ball in a lot of this game?
So did he.
What?
Sorry, I gave two. He got one too.
Okay. He's taking so much criticism for the way he's played in big games. What do you think this game means to him?
Yeah, well, he's. They said he can't win a playoff game. He can't do this. He's only been in two, so he's 50%. That's better than a lot of people. So, but I thought he played really well today. He took good care of the ball. He made good decisions. They had some heat on us, and so he had to make some great decisions. It's good. He's got to go out and prove it again next week, just like we all do.
Mike, what did it mean, Mark Will coming out of that statement Friday, showing the support that they have for you in this organization?
Hey, look, I don't really need to get talking about this. I love this team. I love the organization, and whatever they decide to do, they decide to do.
How valuable is it when Rudy can use his size like that to body up and get a touchdown?
Yeah, he's awful good in the red zone, and made a great catch. He's always been a great team player, and for him to be able to get the winning catch, I thought it was big.
You got a lot more targets Rudy got a lot more targets in the second half of the season than the first. Was there a conversation about getting him more involved, or is that just kind of organic?
Just coverages, people play, and things like that. Rudy always has coverage conversations about getting the ball more, but no, not really.
Those fumbles are key to
When asked about moving Everson Griffin and Daniil Hunter inside, Mike Zimmer replied, "It's just something we thought try this week." It worked out pretty well. Hey, so you remember the fumble from Adam Thielen on the opening drive, right? I almost thought oh boy, here go the Vikings. Here come the Saints. It's over, right? Well, it's actually the exact opposite. Thanks to our good friends here at NFL Research. Last three teams to lose a fumble in the opening drive of a playoff game actually went on to win the Super Bowl.
Wow. So are you telling your team you're not encouraging that, are you?
Yes, I'm absolutely encouraging it. The Eagles were the last
showing
ones
this
to do
graphic
it.
right here. I'm showing my team this graphic.
Yeah, you better believe it. That's going to be on Mike Zimmer's bulletin board. Might be on Adam Thielen's bulletin board. Our Tom Pelissero down in New Orleans caught up with the Vikings receiver.
Excuse me. Real quick, obviously, a difficult loss. I felt really at the end of the day, they made a few more plays, enough more plays than we did. Took us a while offensively to get going. I think, they did a handful of things to kind of hinder us in the running game. We finally gained a little bit of momentum in the second half, but I thought defensively we held up. You tip your hats to Minnesota that they deserve to win, and it's always difficult when it happens in the playoffs. There's no follow-up games, so you go from there. Many questions?
Did you get an explanation on the last play? Did you think it could have been
open? That wasn't. I didn't see any officials. I saw Mike. We chatted for a little bit and saw some of the other players we coached in the Pro Bowl and congratulated them, and they did a good job. They played well.
Did Minnesota, with their defensive line, bring anything different?
Well, we got a little bit more of a run front on early downs. They played some jam, some things to make it a little bit more difficult. Like I said, I didn't think we particularly ran the ball efficiently enough in the first half. I felt like we found a few things in the second half to begin hanging our hat on. We had a handful of minus plays. Our third down numbers at the half, I think we were 1 of 4. We struggled in protection early, obviously, and that time of possession in the first half and the amount of snaps you have when you're struggling on the third downs that we had ended up, you felt like there weren't a lot of snaps to begin with in the first half. So I thought they did a good job on the third down plays. We needed to be better. And then it was a fairly low-scoring, tight game throughout. And, look, they made more plays than we did.